Hi guys, welcome back. We're here to maybe finish Flawless by Elsie Silver. I have the lights turned down low because it's been a day. And, you know, that deep breath, lights down low. Sometimes you need that. So I'm going to do my best. I'm very tired. I'm sure you guys are too. It's Monday and first day of school for a lot of people. I feel you. I feel you. We're in this together. If you're here to read this book with me, you're in it with me. And I'm in it with you. Talk to me down below. I will help you as much as I can. But I'm surviving off of, I have the minis, so I can drink 4 of them. So it, makes me think I'm drinking more, but I'm not. But let's get to this. And if I stumble a lot, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to do my best. And I can't wait to read it with you. So let's begin. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry we left off on page 338. Sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry I betrayed your trust. Believe me when I tell you it keeps me up at night. My eyes flash up to check. He does look tired. I replay that interaction in my head when I lie in bed, thinking of all the ways I could have handled it better, of all the ways I could have defended you without hurting you. Tears spring up in my eyes because apparently that's my new thing. For the past week, I cry at the drop of a hat. After years of seeing the glasses half full, I'm a mopey, whimpery, half-empty mess. Shit, he groans, and his body tenses as he pushes back against the door like he's forcing himself away from me. Please don't cry. I fucking hate it when you cry. It's like a bullet to my chest. Taken many bullets, have you? My voice is weak, and I hate that. No, he husks. But I would. For you, I would. I whimper quietly at that, trying to cover it up with a I said a lot of things I regret. Most of all, what I said about our time together. I can blame spilling your private business on coming to your defense in my own careless way. Because you may not know your worth yet, but I do. And I'll happily punch anyone in the face who makes you question it. But telling you what I did at the hospital that night, I said that to hurt you. Well, it worked. He winces but carries on. I'll never forgive myself for it. And then we're back to like we were, suspended in time, staring at each other like we might find the answers to our problems written on the other person's face. Tell me what to do, Summer. Tell me, and I'll do it. Was I unclear before? Because I want to be crystal clear now. I love you. I loved you the moment you walked into that boardroom and smirked at me like you knew something I didn't. It bothered me, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. Wanting to know what you know, I fixated on it, but I think I was just fixated on you. I process his words, soaking them in like a cat soaks up the sun. His cheeks flush and his feet shift nervously. This is a lot of feeling talk for someone like Rhett Eaton. And I still am. I always will be. This thing between us, for me, it's everything. It's it. You're it. I've spent years thinking I didn't have someone who really supported me. But that was only because I hadn't met you yet. You were out there wanting me. And all it took was one meeting with you for me to want you too. A few weeks for me to know that I'd do anything to support you too. He shakes his head and peers out the window. You were out there this whole time, and now I know you exist, and I can never go back. Wouldn't want to if I could. My tears are hot on my cheeks, his gaze back on me, tracking them as they spill. So, take your time. Do what you need. Carry on with the cold shoulder. Hate me. Make a voodoo doll and needle the hell out of it. I don't fucking care. I'll take it all. Just think about what I'm telling you. Think about being everything with me. I'll keep coming back no matter what. You're my priority. I'll keep trying because I'm not quitting on you. Ever. I don't know when the tears spilled down over my cheeks, but 2 straight streams of them silently flow as I watch this man pour his heart out to me. Have I made myself clear? I nod, struck dumb, feeling incredibly fragile. He nods back and turns to leave, but stops when I speak. How are your ribs? He looks over his shoulder. Fine, they're fine, Summer. I bite at my bottom lip, feeling a little awkward about my response to Rhett declaring his love for me. Are you going to Vegas? He sighs and drops his eyes. Yeah. I nod again, unsure of what to say to that. He says I'm his priority, but writing when he knows it's asking for trouble, when he knows it makes me frantic, when he knows I'll be left in a world without him if things go wrong. That still feels like the bulls and the buckle are his priority. Chapter 32, Summer. Summer, want to go for brunch? Willa, it's Friday morning. Aren't we both working? Summer, I got fired. Willa, that's very unlike you. When did this happen? Summer, a week ago. Willa, way to keep me in the loop. By the hot cowboy? Summer, no, my dad. Willa, well shit, the lark, 10:30. I'll get the mimosas started. I walk into mine and Willa's favorite brunch location and spot her mane of red hair poker straight around her shoulders from the front door. 2 mimosas sit in front of her and 2 more parked across the table. That's my kind of girl. I guess it's going to be one of those mornings, the kind I need after moping around all week. Hey, you here? You're here. My best friend shoots out of her chair and wraps me in her arms. Willa gives the best hugs. She's much taller than me, which puts my head out about chest height. So I do what I've been doing since we were teenagers. It's a secret handshake at this point. I drop my head and jokingly motorboat her boobs. I miss you, I say, mostly to her tits. We both laugh. That's what they all say. She ruffles my hair and we step apart, smiling at each other. Sometimes I'm so focused on feeling like I don't have any family that I forget about Willa. She might as well be my family. I was wondering why you've been radio silent, she tells me as she makes her way back to her seat and spreads a napkin across her lap. Just figured you were working out the atomic bomb that got dropped at the hospital. Or possibly just saving horses left and right. Too busy riding cowboy pole to talk to me. I roll my eyes doing the same. No, I've been moping. Because Daddy Hamilton fired you? Can we not call him that? I reach for a mimosa and take a gulp. Willa waggles her eyebrows at me. She always jokes about liking my dad. I don't actually know how much she's joking, though, because she's constantly checking out older men. So, he fired you? Why? I drink again, because he says I don't love working there like I should. She snorts. No shit. Glad he slapped some sense into you. Now I have to figure out what I want to do with my life, which is a hard question to answer. Basically, I've spent this past week in sweatpants mulling over the fact that all I've ever done is what I thought other people wanted me to do. I have no idea what I actually want. Well, as a 25-year-old who works at her brother's bar full-time with no prospects to speak of, I'll drink to that. Well, you're a manager doing office work during the day. It's not just bartending. Her head quirks, green eyes appraising me with a smirk. Am I? Or am I getting morning drunk with my bestie? We clink our glasses and polish off our first mimosa, immediately reaching for the second. So, do you have any ideas? Willa ask. No, I say a little too quickly. Okay, if you don't want to talk about that, can we talk about the hottie and the Wranglers? Ugh. I flop against the high back of the upholstered wing chair. This restaurant is eclectic, to say the least. Mismatched chairs at each table. That's what I want for mine. Antique chandeliers throughout. Floral wallpaper meets striped wallpaper meets polka dot wallpaper. It makes me feel like I'm having a tea party at the Mad Hatter's place, except with mimosas. I don't know what we are. He marched into my office the day I got fired. Drink. Because you were ignoring all his calls and texts? Yeah. Drink. What did he say? Drink. I swipe my fingers across my lips and glance out the big windows at the sunny downtown street, thinking of how it felt to have Rhett touch my lips. That he loves me? Well, shit, Willa flops back in her chair, too. What did you say to that? I worry my bottom lip between my teeth. I asked him how his ribs felt. I didn't know what to say. I had really dug it in on being angry with him, so it took me by surprise. He said I was his priority, that he was always going to keep coming back. Willa sighs wistfully. So fucking romantic. Sure, and then he told me he was still going to ride in the finals, and I don't know what to make of that. What do you mean? Drink. Sigh. Look back at my best friend. I mean, I don't want to be the girl who tells someone to stop doing something they love, especially everyone tells him to stop. Do you know his family doesn't even come to watch him when the events are close? He's there alone, and I hate that for him. I sigh again, thinking about how much that bothers me. All his close family, but still so alone. Between his shoulder and his rib injuries, he's injured enough that he won't be able to ride like he normally does. Not safely. I know it. He knows it. He knows it could end poorly. So damn poorly. Ire creeps into my voice, and he's going to go out there and do it anyway. He'll leave me in the aftermath if something terrible happens. I've already picked up the pieces of so much heavy shit in my life. I'm not sure I want to sign up for caring about someone more than they care about themselves. My friend sips elegantly while humming thoughtfully. I can see the wheels turning in her head as she mulls over my rant. Maybe he doesn't know what making you a priority looks like because no one has ever made him a priority. My mouth opens, but no sound comes out. I close it again, turning the thought around in my mind. Kip made sure I always knew I was his priority, no matter what else was going on in our lives. Winter, too. But Rhett, he kind of got lost in the shuffle of life and tragedy and struggling to get by. Does he truly not know what it feels like to be someone's priority? I see I've struck you dumb. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now tell me, do you love this man? My heart rate ratchets up, and I swear I can feel the blood pumping through my veins. I've only confessed this to myself, in my head. Saying it out loud makes it feel astonishingly real. But maybe that's what Rhett needs from me. I pull the mimosa up to my lips, throw a hand over my eyes, and mutter, "Yeah," before chasing the rest of the drink. They really do serve them in small glasses. And then I sit with my hand over my face, trying to figure out what that means. I hear Willa call out to a server that we'll have another round. Is she okay? The guy sounds skeptical because I probably look hammered. I'm not, but 2 mimosas on an empty stomach isn't a great recipe for sobriety either. Her? Oh nah, she's a mess. Get the lady a drink. The guy chuckles and I hear him depart as I continue to hide under the cover of my palm. I smile, opening my eyes to tell Willa that I don't think I need another round. But she's got her head tipped down, staring at her phone, thumbs swiping furiously across the screen. Who are you texting? No one. I'm booking us flights. I snort. She's always making shit like this up to throw me off. Oh yeah? Pray tell. Bestie, where are we going? Mexico? Ooh, a weekend in Paris? We can drink wine by the Eiffel Tower. You have expensive taste for an unemployed person. Please don't remind me of that. We're going to Vegas. I lean forward and place my glass on the table in front of me. Pardon me? Don't play dumb. It's unbecoming. You heard me. You don't... She doesn't even glance up at me. When? A slow feline smile stretches across her lips. She looks far too satisfied with herself, something that immediately sets off alarm bells in my head. In a few hours. We'll get there in time to grab dinner and hit the rodeo. Maybe I'll ride a cowboy tonight too. She winks and I stare slack-jawed at her. You're not even kidding, are you? Why would I kid about this? Her brows furrow. You're insane. Willa laughs lightly, running a finger over the rim of her champagne glass. Some people would say that's a redhead thing. I don't know if this is a good idea. The server drops her drinks off and eyes me, probably checking to see if I'm swaying in my seat or something. It's a great idea. It will be fun, and you'll get your Prince Charming. You're welcome. Silence stretches between us as I stare her down. The thing about Willa is that she can't be stared down. Not really. She's too ballsy. She just stares back, arching one shapely brow. If this were your last moment on Earth, would you... I hold up a hand to stop her, shaking my head. I really wish people would stop using that saying against me. I let out a ragged sigh and drink. Because today I'm going to Vegas. Because in my last moments, I want to be with Rhett. I want him to know I love him too. Every stupid, impulsive, broken bone in his body. Yay. Chapter 33, Rhett. Summer, good luck tonight. Rhett, I love you. The guys shatter around me as I tape my hands. I try to tune them out so I can slip into the zone where everything falls away, and the job I came here to do tonight is the only thing I see. Except the only thing I see is a beautiful girl with freckles over the bridge of her nose, wide doe eyes that look at me like I'm worth knowing, and a sharp tongue that makes me laugh. The past 2 weeks I've spent playing everything between us out in my head. The care she put into healing me, the energy she put into planning favorable interviews for me, the way she whistles in the crowd for me. I find her there every time, and there's a twinge of regret in my chest knowing she won't be here tonight. I got a taste of what it feels like to have someone show up for you, and now I'm greedy for it. It only took 2 months of spending every waking moment with one person or thinking about that other person to slip into a place where it feels like she belongs with me. And I belong with her. It's the most insane, inexplicable thing that's ever happened to me, which is saying something considering all the shit I've done. Ready? Theo claps down on my shoulder and I wince. The ribs aren't as bad as they were, but they aren't great either, not by a long shot. There's really not any compensating for them because my shoulder is still fucked too. The tour doctors have pieced me together as best they can, and at least they didn't ride my ass about not getting on tonight. You're not going to let Emmett win, right? A flicker of doubt flashes in my mind. I push it away. Not a chance. I pulled a good bull, a mean bull, a bull that makes or breaks the men who take him for a spin. I have the benefit of riding last, which means I'll know how hard I need to go to get that buckle. The buckle I already have 2 of. I haven't been able to shake my brother's words. How much is enough? That's the question I've tossed around for weeks, turning it over in my mind from every perspective to see if I can answer it. But I can't. I don't know when it will be enough. All I know is that I still feel incomplete somehow, like I'm not done just yet, like I'm still looking for something. I'm up first, Theo grins. Balls to the wall, right, boss? I smile, but it feels forced. Before that night he got knocked out, I never felt nervous for him. I've convinced him he needs to be wearing a helmet. That the Buckle Bunnies will still want him if he wears a helmet because they prefer the walking, talking version of him to the vegetable version of him. I nod. You know it, kid. Hit him with the spurs. We clap hands in a firm shake and give each other a smack on the shoulder, which, for me, really fucking hurts. He turns and leaves the room, heading down the tunnel toward the ring. Normally, I'd head out to watch him, but I'm not in the right headspace, and I know it. I don't need to watch other guys get chucked. I need to focus on myself right now. Mental walls up. I watch them leave one by one and mostly stay hunched over, elbows propped on my knees, hands dangling between them. My boots are worn, broken in, probably on their last legs. We're kindred spirits, my boots and me. I let my eyes wander over the sponsor patches on my vest, taking each one in. I've worn them with such pride, but today I can't help but wondering if risking my life to keep them is worth it. It's a thought that has genuinely never crossed my mind before. I push it away. The door opens and the sounds from the show outside filter into the room. The buzz of the crowd, the popping noises of the fireworks, the boom of the announcer's voice, all so familiar, like the soundtrack to my life. You're up, Eaton. Theo grins at me from the door. Why are you smiling like a serial killer? He smiles even bigger. He reminds me of his dad. This place reminds me of his dad. That year we all watched him fall. A shiver races down my spine. Emmett didn't beat my score. It's you and me, old man. One side of my cheek pulls up and I take in his excitement. Consider this my retirement notice. I'm out. That bull gets a night off, and Theo wins his first world title, and I live to breathe another day. That part is pretty important too. I stride through the staging area, heading straight for the door that leads out to the stands. It's all a guess because I only have a general idea of where Summer is seated. But I told her I'd keep coming back for her, that I'd never stop, and that's what I'm going to do. I turn up a flight of stairs and end up on the busy mezzanine, trying to decide between section 116 and 115. I choose 116 and shoot up those stairs, ignoring the stitch in my ribs as I do. I have tunnel vision and I've overshot the section by 1, but I don't care. Rather than going back down, I turn down one of the aisles. I see Summer standing, palms pressed against her cheeks, face white as a sheet, eyes brimming with wetness. I did that. I want to never make her cry again. Pardon me, excuse me. I smile and push my way down as people stand to let me pass. Can I grab an autograph? Someone asks. In a minute. Need to do something first. Murmurs follow me across the entire section, and then I'm at Summer's aisle seat. Her back is turned to me, still facing down at the bull chute, standing on her tippy toes, trying to see back to the staging area. Not a clue that I'm not back there anymore at all. I'll definitely go down in the league for the most dramatic retirement, so maybe that's something. And then I can't stop myself. I'm reaching for her, sighing when my hands wrap around her upper arms. It's like all the anxiety that was coiling inside me just ebbs away. Like I found what I was looking for, who I was looking for. She spins on me, big brown doe eyes and perfect puffy lips. What are you doing? She breathes, hands falling instantly to my chest as though she's checking to see if I'm real. I could ask you the same thing, princess. Fuck my life. He calls you princess too? Ugh. Unfair. A lanky redhead standing behind her crosses her arms and rolls her eyes. But she's got a playful expression on her face. I like her instantly. Summer ignores her, getting so lost in my eyes that she almost looks like she's somewhere else for a moment. I had to be here. I couldn't stand the thought of you being here alone. Her voice cracks and tears well in her eyes. You're it for me too. A stray tear streaks down one cheek and I swipe it away before gently combing her hair back behind her ear and cupping her head in my palm. Please don't cry. It kills me when you cry. I pull her close, pressing her to my chest, and it feels so fucking right. Her arms snake around me, gently, fingers trailing carefully over the sore side of my ribs. Always thinking about me. Just like I'm always thinking about her. It took me a while to piece together why, what it means, and how I prove it to her. Maybe I am just as dumb as Kate says. You need to go back down there and ride your bull. This is your championship to win. She sniffles against my chest. I can hear surrounding chatter in the announcer's voice, but I don't make anything out. The woman in front of me is my center of attention, the center of my universe. A wry smile touches my lips and I tip her head up to look at me. She feels small and fragile in my arms, and I don't miss the way she trembles when I brush my thumb over her lips. Say it. I want to hear it. Her lashes flutter, clumped together with the wetness of her tears, and then she takes that deep dive into my eyes again. My chest twists and I pull her closer so our bodies wedge together. I don't give a fuck who's watching. I love you, she says, her voice soft but sure. I gaze down at her and wonder what the hell I did to get this fucking lucky. I love you too, and I don't need to ride tonight or ever again. Hearing that from your lips is the biggest one of my life. I take my hat and I pluck it on her head, just like I told myself I would. And then I kiss her, first soft and searching, before she grips at my shirt and turns things a little desperate. She moans and slips her tongue into my mouth. My eager girl is always the first to do that. It's the best kiss of my life. It's the best moment of my life because I found that piece that was missing. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, but I know I'm going to do it with Summer. I'm going to keep coming back, keep proving to her we're better together. So we stand here kissing, with cameras rolling in the middle of a huge crowd, no doubt raising some eyebrows, making a statement and not giving a flying fuck who sees us, choosing each other, finding each other, showing up for each other, and everything about the moment is flawless. Okay, epilogue. Rhett. 1 year later, I turn into the driveway at Wishing Well Ranch and take a deep breath. Fuck, it feels good to be home. It's been 2 weeks on the road, which is about 14 days longer than I want to be away from Summer. But I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I've got it all. My health, a job coaching on the WBRF circuit, and the girl of my fucking dreams waiting for me a couple minutes down this gravel road. She better be naked and ready. I can feel myself as the thought of our video chats while I've been away. Usually the gig only takes me away for a few days at a time. I fly in and I fly out. But I gave a clinic between weekend events this time to a bunch of young up-and-comers. It was fun. But I miss my girl sometimes, something fierce. The road winds past the main house and then merges with a newer portion, our portion. At the end of this driveway is our house. And I don't think I'll ever get tired of referring to it that way. The only thing more satisfying would be being able to call Summer my wife. I hum and slap my hand against the steering wheel of my new truck. The one Summer made me buy because it's safer. And because the old one kept breaking down because I never found the time to do any work on it. But I think the new truck is worth it, only if it means that when I pull up the newly constructed bungalow to see my girl sitting on the front steps next to my old truck. But not my old truck, because she's sitting next to it. Because the one she's sitting next to is painted the prettiest blue, a steely blue. The blue of my mom's eyes and the favorite picture of her. The sight of it wins me. The girl I wish my mom could have met, sitting next to a truck that now reminds me of her, that she bought for someone she loved. In the strangest way, it seems like so much more than a pretty girl sitting next to a pretty truck. Pulling up, I park beside it and step out on wobbly legs, jaw hanging as I stare at the vehicle beside me. The bridge of my nose feels awfully tingly, and my vision is only slightly blurred when Summer walks around the front of it, small hand trailing across the hood. Simple white tank top and cut-off jeans, making her look effortlessly sexy. The best thing she's wearing, though, is the soft look in her eyes and the tentative smile on her lips. Did I do okay? My lips press together as I try to suck in a centering breath. My gaze bounces between her and my truck. Okay. Summer, this is... How did you pull this off? Is this even the same truck? Does it run? She treads closer, bare feet on the freshly paved driveway, and before I knew it, she's wedged herself underneath my arm, hands slung in the back pocket of my Wranglers as we stand there hip to hip, staring at my new truck. She laughs quietly and just stares for a moment. Yes, it's the same truck. Every time you've been away this season, I've taken it to the shop to have them work on it. A choked laugh bubbles up in my chest, and she tilts her head against me, painting herself flush against my side. I hated you being gone for 2 weeks, but it was the perfect opportunity for the guys to finish it up. Wow, she struck me nearly speechless. This was so far down my to-do list that I didn't even see it coming. I knew I wanted it one day, after the house was finished, and there were a couple adorable little summer clones running around the yard. Is the color right? I spent a lot of time looking at pictures of her, trying to find just the right shade. I wish I could say something to that, but I'm too choked up. So I just fold her into a hug, take a deep inhale of the scent of her skin. Cherries, always cherries, and whisper into the crook of her neck. It's perfect, princess, and so are you. Life has never been better. Work, family, house, truck. The fact that Summer is on top of me, well... Okay. Did you miss... Did you miss me, princess? I asked, gripping her hips just above where those little creases form. She stares down at me, eyes brimming with desire, cheeks rosy, hair in the messiest of buns. I remember the first day we met. Her bun was so tight that it looked borderline painful as she sat across from me in that boardroom. But that was a year ago, and my girl has changed a lot since then. She's all undone right now, just the way I like her. Undone. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, so much. Okay. I think I love her more with each passing moment. A deep rumble in my chest sounds as I reach to rub... Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Okay, you guys can read the rest of that. Okay. So bottom of 363. Summer flops forward and kisses me, warm and damp and smelling like cherries, fingers tangling in my hair. I said I love you. I love you too, princess. You know I do. I feel her smile against my skin, the skin on my chest, before she rolls off me with a satisfied sigh. I shrug and grin at her. Guess you'll have to go look. Oh, wait. I press the kiss to the scar on her chest, and I get up to get a warm cloth. Over the sound of the running water, I hear the voice. How much? Chuckling as I walk out of the bathroom, I catch sight of her, and the air in my lungs stills. She's heart-stopping. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Page 366 at the top. I shrug and grin at her. Guess she'll have to go look. She shoots off the bed and I watch her take quick steps across what is basically a construction zone toward the bathroom. The creases under her ass, the lace framing it, and the words, "Will you marry me?" written on her back. It's so fucking satisfying. I dart to my bag and grab the velvet box I had. I go fast, not wanting to miss the expression on her face when she sees it. My eyes trace her as she turns her back to the small temporary mirror in the in-suite bathroom. She casts a glance over her shoulder and then, She smiles that little smirk that used to piss me off and now drives me wild. She doesn't even turn my way. She just stands there, staring at her reflection, smiling. I drop to one knee and hold up the ring in my hand, a canary solitaire with smaller diamond points to make it look like a star. And I might as well be holding up my heart, because this girl owns every bit of me, and she has from the first day she smirked at me. When Summer turns back to me, her smile grows larger. She doesn't even glance at the ring. She just stands there staring at me. Her iris is dancing with mine and speaking a language only the two of us know. Yes, she nods, tears springing up now. Princess, please don't cry. She pads closer to me, wrapping her arms around me and pressing my head to her chest. Her heartbeats are loud, strong, and steady, and so fucking sure. Just like I am of this, of her. They're happy tears. I reach up, swiping a stray tear from her cheek. I still hate them, but I'm glad you're happy. If these were your last moments, would you go happy? Taking her hand in mine, I slide the ring onto her finger, loving how perfectly it suits her. We both spend a few seconds staring at it, admiring it, but maybe more admiring what it means. She grips my head, rubbing her thumbs across my beard. Yeah, but this won't be my last moment. I've got too many things I want to do with you first. A huge grin bursts across my face, and I surge up, scooping her into my arms. I carry her back toward the mattress. Me too, princess. Like take you to the main house and introduce the future Mrs. Eaton. Maybe make out with you at the Spur tonight so that everyone talks about it. But first, I toss her down onto the bed, thriving on the watery giggle that escapes her. First, I'm going to spend the afternoon listening to you scream my name. She laughs and holds up her hand up to gaze at the ring, looking so fucking happy. And seeing her happy is everything. And I'm happy too, because I get to be stuck in her orbit for the rest of my life. Awesome. Okay, that's it. Guys, it was a good ending. We knew it would be a good ending. I mean, it's a good book. It took me a while to get into it, but it was well worth the read, and I really enjoyed it. So we're done with this one, and you guys know the next one. Where do I have it? Is it over there? Anyway, I'll do a video on that tomorrow, introducing that book and talking about the new book even more. And I will link it down below to get it on Amazon. But thank you guys for being here. It's been so much fun, and I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, reading out loud is very, very difficult. Your mind's going one place, and your mouth is like trying to speak. It's actually not as easy as I thought. And filming yourself. So if I stumbled a lot, I do feel like I've gotten a lot better since the first book. And I do want to do the backgrounds again. I want to get like a fluorescent. They have a couple really cool ones on Temu. It says like one more chapter, keep being weird, read more books, stuff like that. And the actual backgrounds. I want to do some fall ones. With this new book, I want to do some kind of creepy ones. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys again for being here. And this is just the beginning. We're going to read so many more books and have a lot of fun while doing it. But I need to hear your guys' thoughts and discussions below. So I will see you guys later with the next book. Bye.